Wait, did you hear that? A single photo shoot shook the entire fashion industry, and just days later, the same man left American media completely speechless. How can one person dominate both fashion and music like this? The answer is Jin. This is Jin Class, a level of artistry, beauty, and presence that words can barely capture. On August 21st, Jin unveiled his fall collection pictorial with the global lifestyle brand Alo. But this wasn't just another celebrity photo shoot. No, this was Jin turning clothes into a story, every outfit into a message, every glance into a statement. In one shot, with just a mesh cap and performance top, he looked like a modern-day sculpture, strong, sharp, almost unreal. His pose on the floor, one knee raised, head slightly bowed, it carried both strength and elegance, as if every movement was choreographed by grace itself. Even the simple detail of a thumb loop sleeve became something iconic when it was on him. Then came the all-black look. Zip-up outerwear, pants, runners. Chic, commanding, a vision of pure charisma. Against a beige background, his sharp features glowed like they were carved from light itself. He didn't just wear black, he made black look royal. And then, without warning, he shifted. A light gray knit set, soft in texture yet powerful in aura, showing a different side. Clean, calm, sophisticated. Even standing quietly by a wall, he looked like a painting come alive. And then, the brown hoodie. Warm, gentle, so effortlessly natural. Sitting comfortably on the floor, pulling down his hood, he met the camera with a gaze that was deep, almost magnetic. The soft tones embraced his skin like they were made only for him. It wasn't just fashion, it was poetry, captured in fabric and light. With every frame, Jin wasn't just modeling. He was embodying Alo's values of wellness, balance, and self-love. The world called him a visual legend, and this pictorial proved exactly why. But while the fashion world was still stunned, another stage awaited him. The US leg of his very first solo world tour, Clase Jin EP Tour. And this time, it wasn't about clothes, it was about voice, presence, and heart. American media giants like Forbes, the LA Times, and the Dallas Observer didn't just report his shows. They praised them, they celebrated them. Forbes described him as more than just a handsome face, spotlighting his wide vocal range and how he could soar into high notes with absolute control. Imagine thousands of fans holding their breath, waiting for the note, and Jin delivering it perfectly, like the note was created just for him. The LA Times called his Anaheim concert a masterclass in connecting with fans. No flashy effects, no overproduction, just Jin, a band, and a stage. And yet the arena turned into his universe. He didn't just perform songs, he built worlds. He made every fan feel like they were part of something greater, something unforgettable. And then came Dallas. The Observer called his voice powerful yet stable, praising his ability to glide from ballads to rock like it was second nature. They said his stage presence wasn't just good, it was magnetic. Consequence, a major music outlet, praised him for his completeness as a vocalist, and even Texas media outlets described his voice as so pure, it felt like it could shake the walls themselves. And it wasn't just his voice. His humor, his little jokes, his warmth, it turned every concert into an experience that was equal parts performance and conversation. Jin didn't just sing to fans, he sang with them. He laughed with them. He connected deeply, honestly. Think about this for a second. Within just days, Jin conquered two completely different worlds. In fashion, he redefined athleisure into elegance. In music, he turned arenas into living, breathing masterpieces. Critics called him rare, complete, a once-in-a-generation artist who can plan, direct, sing, and connect. And fans? Fans are already begging for more, asking for encore concerts before the tour has even ended. This is more than a comeback, more than a solo debut. This is a statement that Jin is not just a member of the world's biggest group. He is an artist in his own right, a man who can captivate through image and through sound. From the softness of a hoodie to the power of a high note, Jin is showing the world what artistry really means. So here's the question. If this is just the beginning of Jin's solo journey, what's next? Will he conquer more fashion campaigns? Will he drop another tour, bigger, bolder, even more breathtaking? One thing is clear, the world isn't just watching Jin, the world is learning what Jin Class truly means.